there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's just get your body moving. I have my mat out. I'm going to start on the mat with my feet parallel. I'm going to wiggle my toes just a little bit and just kind of get myself settled in. Wiggle my knees just a little bit. Just kind of wiggle into this space and time. I want you to really feel your feet get an attachment to the ground there. Even spread your toes out as far as you can and reach them as far out as you can. And then I want you just to sway side to side. I want you to feel your weight shifting to your left and then to your right, just starting to feel where your body is in space and time, like you're being blown around by the wind a smidge. Come back to the middle and then just take it forward and back as well. Rocking back on your heels, feel how your abs kind of catch and pull you back forward. As you come forward, your toes really get that grip. And again, I just want you to start feeling where your body is and how it's moving. And settle into somewhere in the middle. And then I want you to take a nice good inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin. Rounding slowly down. I'm going to keep my weight a little bit forward on the balls of my feet and my toes so that you can really start moving with intention right around your center of gravity, right at about your belly button. Hold at the bottom. Just make note of how your body feels. Knees are soft, ever so slightly soft, not super bent, just soft, and slowly rolling up. Shoulders, neck, and head are the last to come up. Feeling yourself grow nice and tall, heads all the way up into the clouds. Inhale here, nod your chin. We're going down, nice and gentle. One more time. My weight's forward on the balls of my feet and my toes. My heels are on the mat, but my toes are having a little grip right on the mat there. Keep using my abdominals as you come forward. And slowly rolling all the way up. Just kind of taking stock on where we are today, what we're starting with, just as to ruin the surprise, we're going to end the same way we started. I want you to slowly come down to your mat. Make your way here as best you can. If you can get down here without using your hands, go for it. If you need to use your hands, take your time. We will build on that. Coming all the way down to the mat. Arms come down by your side. My knees are bent, feet are hip width apart. And inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. And inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. One more time. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. Press your arms into the mat. And from here, we're going to add a little more movement. Breathing into the sides and back of your rib cage. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Make sure that rib is settled into the mat. You have a little space between your lower back and the mat right here. And now we're starting to move. Inhale. On the exhale, pull that lower back down to the mat. And then reach your tailbone long and away from you. And just pull that lower back down to the mat, getting that curl and that tuck, the little tiny scoop of your belly and your hips, and then reach your tailbone far away from you like you're sticking your rear out behind you. And rock your hips, pull your lower back down, feel the lower back, the vertebra really pulling into the mat, and then they're gonna float right off the mat as your hips rock back to a neutral pelvis. And just keep that rocking going on, just starting to warm up your abdominal muscles, starting to get a small movement right into that lower back. Sometimes just getting your bones moving kind of helps work any of those creaks out that have snuck up on our bodies. Do a quick check. Make sure you do not have a whole bunch of tension in your face, your forehead, your jaw. See what you can turn off. And let's move a little more. Let's rock your hips. Pull your lower back down into the mat and peel and curl all the way up to the ceiling, holding it up at the top. Press your arms into the mat. Inhale, and then slowly articulate down, coming down one vertebra at a time, letting them have their chance to shine individually. All 24 of them. Uncurl completely at the bottom. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up to the top. Your rib cage is staying down and your hips are really tucked like you have super tight pants on. Inhale and exhale, coming all the way down. uncurl completely at the bottom. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up to the top. Hold it here. Reach those knees to the other side of the room, right out that direction to the other side of the room. And I want you to feel the backs of your legs kick in and your hips really firing right now. Inhale, press your arms into the mat. Put a good pressure on there and use it as an oppositional force to get each one of your vertebrae down one at a time as you come down the mat, reaching a little farther and a little farther as you go. We're going to do one more of those. Rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up to the top. And hold, and slowly coming all the way down. Once you're down, you're going to bring your feet together and your knees together. Interlace your hands behind your head. And I want you to be able to see your elbows just out of the peripheries of your eyes there. So they're not all the way flat on the mat. I want you to lift them ever so slightly. Just engage them a smidge. And from here, inhale. On the exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hold it here. Inhale. And exhale, lower it all the way down. Hold here for an inhale, breathing into your rib cage. On the exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hold, and make sure you have that space between your chin and your chest. I'm kind of staring at where the roof and the ceiling come together, as that's where I'm gazing. Inhale, and coming all the way down. Hold here for an inhale. That rib cage should be staying stuck on the mat as you're breathing into your ribs and backwards, and head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hold it here. Reach around, grab the backs of your legs. Curl yourself up just a little bit higher. Hands come up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands and lower all the way down. And inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hold it here. Reach around, grab the backs of your legs. Curl up just a little bit higher. Stay lifted. Hands come up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your head. Don't drop back. This time, you're going to stay lifted. Head is heavy in your hands, and you're going to rotate over to the right. Inhale as you come through the center, and exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale through the center and to the right, and to the left. And the right, and the left. We're going to come over to the right. We're going to hold, and I want you to give me a little pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come through the center, over to the left, and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. Hold for one more breath. Inhale. On the exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Those hands are going to come out from behind your head. They're going to come right down by your side. Right leg is going to float up to tabletop. And from here, you're going to keep the angle of that knee the same. You're going to tap that toe down, bring it right back up. And tap, and bring it up. I want you to see how much you can turn your leg off while you're doing this. And I know that's hard. I mean, we're moving it, but I want it to be along for the ride. So that as you're using your abdominal muscles, you're going to tap that toe down, use those abs to pull that knee back up to tabletop. One more time. And that right leg is going to float right down to the mat. And left leg is going to come up to tabletop and tap it down. Exhale, pulls it up. So finding that stability and that pull, originating that movement from your abdominal muscles. And tap, up, and tap, and up. One more time, tapping that toe down, bring it up, and from here I want you to inhale. On the exhale, that right leg is going to float up to tabletop, so they're both there. Same idea, a little more pressure here. Right toe taps down to the mat, bring it up. And left toe taps down, bring it up. And right, and left, and right, and left. That knee stays at 90 degrees, and I feel like I have kind of a seat belt low across my hips, stabilizing through your abdominal with those abdominal muscles. Let's do one more time right, and one more time left. Hold it right here. Hug your knees into your chest for a quick little hug of yourself. Rock side to side just a little bit. Right foot comes quietly to the mat, and left foot's gonna come quietly to the mat. I want you to bring those feet together and your knees together. Arms are gonna come up to the ceiling, palms face each other. And from here, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Reach those fingertips to the other side of the room. Hands come up and head comes all the way down. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come up and head comes down. And bringing it all the way up. Hands come up and head comes down. One more time, head, neck, and chest lifts up, really reaching those fingertips all the way to the other side of the room. Hands come up and head comes all the way down. Those arms are gonna come right down onto the mat like you're making little goalposts. And then from here, I want you to glue those knees, those feet, those ankles, everything tight, tight, tight together. And then I want you to lift your heels off the mat. And then I want you to just lift so you can barely feel the mat with your toes. So you're just barely on there, just very light touch. From here, you're gonna pick your left hip up, float those knees over to the right, use the left side of your waist right here, and pull it back to center. And then that right hip is gonna lift. So my right foot is completely off the mat. It's on top of my left foot. Use the right side of your waist, pull it back to center. So we're just rotating right through your waist, right through your spine. Shoulders are quiet on the mat. Floating those knees over to the left. Use the right side of your waist, pull it back to center. And then over to the right. Left side pulls it back. Oh, this feels good to me. And take it over to the left. Right side of your waist pulls back. And left. And pull it all the way back. Nice. From here, right leg is going to go down long on the mat. Flex that foot. Press that leg all the way into the mat as hard as you can. Arms are going to float down right by your side. Left leg is going to come up to tabletop. And I want you pressing so hard into that left leg that you feel like the front of your body is opening up just a little bit. And from here, hips stay still, still, still. I want you to imagine you're drawing circles on the ceiling with your knee. You're going to cross your midline. Hips stay still and bring that leg out and around and up. Just drawing a circle, letting that leg move around in your hip socket. And one more time around. Hold it at the top, switch directions. Take it out to the side and bring it down, around, and up, and hold. And out and bring it around. I have my arms pressing into the mat. I knotted my chin so I have a nice long spine line. And you're just feeling like you're getting the chance to let that leg swivel around in your hip socket there. One more time. Hold it at the top. Grab a hold of that knee with your opposite hand and cross it over your body. And let that left hand go out in the other direction. Really exhale into this twist. Feel all the air just kind of get wrung out from your lungs. Your body will take a nice good inhale. On the next exhale, slowly make your way back to your back. This time that left leg is going to go long on the mat. Right leg is going to come up to tabletop. Flex that left leg. Press it into the mat, and that activates almost like I'm activating the back side of my body and opening up the front of your hip right on that left side. My right leg is in 90 degrees at my knee, and hips are going to stay still no matter what. Cross that midline and bring that leg down, around, and up, and hold. Cross and bring it around. And cross and bring it around. Good. And cross. Let your breath help you. Inhale can take it around once, and exhale brings it around again. One more time. Hold it at the top and switch directions. Take it out and bring it down, around, and up, and hold. Out and bring it around. And out. And out. Two more. Circling it around. I have my eyes closed, imagining there's a nice like space between your femur and your hip socket there. That's what we want. Hold it at the top, grab a hold of that knee, and cross it over your body. Send that right arm out in the opposite direction. And exhale again, right into this twist. Oh, that feels good. I feel like every time I exhale, it just sinks just a little bit farther, relaxing right into that twist. And inhale. On the exhale, pull that leg back to the center. Both feet are going to be flat on the mat. Knees are bent. Arms come up to the ceiling. Palms are going to face each other. And from here, inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs, press your legs into your hands, slide those legs out, and sit all the way up, coming nice and straight. Reach those arms out in front of you. Shoulders are out of your ears. Inhale. On the exhale, you're going to reverse that. You're going to lean back, bend those knees, grab the backs of your legs if you need to, and rounding it all the way down. Hands are going to float up to the ceiling as your head comes down. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs, press your legs into your hands, round it up. Belly button pulls back behind you as you reach those arms forward with your shoulders out of your ears, please. And then let's reverse it. Take it back, rolling it back. Bend those knees. Grab those legs so you can do a nice, good, controlled movement as you come all the way back. And we're doing 2 more. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Grab the backs of your legs. Let go when you can. See if you can let go at any time, creating this nice straight roll back and forward muscle pattern, rounding down. Last one. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs, slide it all the way up to sitting. Beautiful. Let's take our time. Flip right over onto your hands and knees. Hands are going to make their way right underneath your shoulders. Knees are going to be right underneath your hips. And from here, you're going to tuck your tail. Look into your belly button. And then uncurl. Extend your chest forward. And tuck your tail. Look into your belly button. And extend your chest forward on the inhale. I'm going to change it just a little bit. I'm going to have you tuck your tail. Sit back toward those feet. Get a little extra stretch in that lower back. And then come back forward so you're over your hands and extend your chest forward. And tuck your tail. Sit back ever so slightly to get a little more stretch in that lower back. Come back to the center and extend. One more time. That upper back, your spine reaches to the ceiling. Keep it reaching to the ceiling as you sit back ever so slightly in your feet. Coming back forward and extend all the way. And hold it right here. And from here, we're going to do another little bit of hip circles, but this time on your hands and knees. So from here, shift that weight over to that left leg. That right knee is going to lift off the mat, come out to the side, and circle it all the way around. Just a nice, easy circle, getting those hips moving. Belly button's pulled tight to your spine to support yourself. The back of your head and neck is lifted up to the ceiling. I don't want to see any sagging heads, please. One more time. And let's switch directions. Bring that leg off to the side, all the way out and around, and just circling around. That right leg is getting a chance to move around right in its hip socket right there, and that left leg is the stabilizer. So I'm starting to feel a little bit of work right in those muscles on that left side, even though it's just being nice and still and being a stabilizer for us right now. Hold it right there. That knee comes down. Let's do the left side. So shifting that weight over to that right knee. That left knee comes straight out behind you, out to the side and around. And I'm going for a nice big circle. So see where you can take it. Once again, that left side is going to be the mover this time, and that right side is going to be the stabilizer. And that stabilizer has already did a little work from the other side, so I'm already feeling those hip muscles working and ever so slightly saying hello to me. Let's switch directions. Take that knee off to the side, out and around, behind and down, and out to the side and around. It's so important for our bodies to have nice, strong hips to support everything above and below. Nice, strong abs, nice, strong hips. Just helps everything function just a little better. One more time. And knees come together. Separate your knees so they're about the width of the mat. Toes are together. And sit back on those feet. And then I'm going going to have you slither yourself forward all the way onto your belly. Arms are going to reach out all the way over your head. I want you to press your hip bone and your pubic bone into the mat and then pull your belly button up off the floor. Obviously not technically possible, but this is how we're going to get some back extension and protect your back at the same time. So belly button's pulled in and engaged. From here, my nose is just hovering off the mat, and I have to close my eyes because the mat makes me dizzy for some reason. Now you know that about me. All right, from here, right arm is going to lift and the left leg is going to lift. And I want you to think about lifting for length, not necessarily height. And lower that arm and that leg down, then left arm and right leg lifts. And lower down. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. I'm going to add a little more to this. This time, right arm and left leg lifts. Your left arm is still on the mat, and your right leg is still on the mat. I want you to put a little pressure and see if you can lift a little bit higher. And then lower down, and let's switch. Left arm and right leg lifts. The other two, put a little pressure and lift just a smidge higher. Keeping that length is the primary goal, though. Right arm, left leg lifts, and lift a little higher. And down, and left and right, and lift. One more time each side. Right arm and left leg lifts, and down. Left arm or right leg lifts, and down. Coming all the way down. Bring those elbows right underneath your shoulders. All right, belly button still pulled to your spine. Why not, right? From here, you get to choose your own adventure. No matter what you choose, elbows are going to be into the ground and slightly outward. The back of your head is lifted to the ceiling. From here, you can bend your knees and lift your hips up into that plank right on your knees. If you would like a little more of a challenge, you can bring those toes and those feet out and lift your knees so you're in a full plank. Do what works for you. We're just going to hang out for a couple breaths. Inhale. Exhale as your neck gets a little bit longer. Shoulder blades go down your back. Belly button's pulled tight to your spine. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lower yourself all the way down. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Knees are going to be right under your hips again. Hands are right under your shoulder. And we're going to take your right hand, weave it in between your left knee and your left hand. Bend your left elbow and look all the way over that left shoulder and get a twist in that spine. And I'm putting a little pressure on that left hand to just get a little more twist. I'm even feeling a nice stretch across the right back of my shoulder. At least for this side. The other side might be completely different. We'll see. Make note of how this feels, because for you it might be different too. Slowly coming all the way up, and that left hand is going to weave right in between your right hand and your right knee, pushing on that right arm this time, and get a stretch through your spine. This side I feel a little bit lower in my back. Either way, it feels yummy. I like it. I like it a lot. And slowly coming all the way back. And then from here, I'm actually going to have you make your way right up to standing. However you need to do that, take your time. Join me here at the top of the mat. My feet are going to be parallel. We're going to do ever so slightly, a little bit of hip work, a little bit of balance work, multitasking before I let you skitter off today. So feet are parallel. Look down. Make sure they're parallel. Then hands are going to come right onto your hips. Be nice and tall. Feel your head reach up into the ceiling. And then from here, I want you to shift that weight over to that right leg. Your left leg is going to go out at a 45 back behind you. Out and bring it right back in. If you need to tap that foot down, go for it. And then take it out. If you can keep it lifted, go for it. And just it's going to press back and press back and press back. If you need a little assistance, you can hold on to a little something, maybe a little door jamb, like a broomstick, I don't know, something. If you need a little stabilization, go for it. My main goal is I want you to stay standing up nice and tall, belly button's pulled in, and that leg is going off at a 45-degree angle behind you. That left side is what's working just as much as the right side. I want you to feel that left foot wiggling and woggling around, and that means it's your muscle, your body's giving lots of signals on figuring out that balance point. Hold it here. This time, same thing. That left leg is going to go straight up behind you. You're going to circle it around. Stay lifted as you swing it through and bring it around. Also, doing this on the mat adds a little element of instability. So even if you want to get on more solid ground, if you're needing it today, do what works for you. We're doing one more time around. Bring those legs together, switch directions, bring it in front, circle it all the way back behind you, and bring it through. And I feel my right leg really working hard right now, trying to balance. I feel my arch lifting up. I feel my hips stabilizing. 2 more times. Bring it around and through. Last one. And those legs that leg comes down. Wiggle it out. All right, let's start again. Starting parallel. This time, shifting over to that left leg. That right leg is going to start going at 45 degrees out. Press it out and bring it in. If you need to tap that toe down, go for it. If not, keep it lifted. Do what works for you. If you need a little hand, grab something, chair, bed, whatever you can, whatever you got. Door jam, do what works for you. It's your workout. And one side usually feels way more stable than the other. Today, this feels like my stable side. We're gonna do 2 more at this angle. Back, last one. Bring those legs together and we're gonna stay on that same side. That right leg is gonna go straight back behind you, circle it all the way around and sweep it through. So in order to do that little sweep through without hitting the ground, you have to stay lifted in that right hip. Your gluteus medius, if you really want to get technical on it. So stay lifted up nice and high, nice and tall, so that that leg has room to just sweep nice and cleanly through. And hold it right there. Let's switch direction. Bring it in front, circle it all the way out and around, and come all the way through. And come around. And again, I feel a lot of work going in my supported leg as you're getting a lot of movement and balancing through this. 2 more. Let's do one last one. Make it good. Reach it back behind you and bring that foot down. Shake it out. Whew. All right, from here, let's do our roll down just to conclude and end this fabulous little workout. Inhale, nice and tall. On the exhale, nod your chin, round it forward. Let your arms hang, let your head hang. Knees are ever so slightly soft as you inhale here at the bottom. And exhale, roll it all the way up. Shoulders, neck, and head are the last to come up. Be tall, grow tall. Inhale, on the exhale, nod your chin. Hold it here at the bottom. Shake your head a little bit, yes and no. Just let gravity have it for a minute. Keep your head hanging. Don't lift it yet. Soften those knees. Slowly rolling all the way up to the top. Shoulders, neck, and head finally get to come up. From here, roll those shoulders backwards. Just a few times. And then I'm going to have you lift them up to your ears, drop them, lift them up to your ears, and drop them. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to having you again. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.